Okay, so you have created customer class which is connected to account, bank account. You have created customer class having a field which is have connected to address. Okay, and in bank account you have provided deposit and withdraw also. Okay, cool. In bank you are having add customer. Is that so? Okay, fine. So in bank you are having add customer, and in customer anyway you can provide the account details where at the time of creating customer object for your bank. Okay, customer constructor will have account as a parameter, right? Okay, that part is clear now, because account is a field in customer. Customer constructor will also have a parameter of account. Okay, so at the time of creating customer object we need account object as well as address object. Okay, so that we can supply those uh, reference variables as parameters or arguments to the customer constructor. Clear on that part? Okay, so in bank what kind of features we have? We have add customer, remove customer, and print all customers, right? When we are adding customer, at that time itself we have to create account also or address also. Okay, now let us imagine a imaginary situation. Okay, imagine that you are creating software for a bank. Okay, you're trying to create a software for a bank, and the bank has some requirements. Okay, let us imagine that there is a counter area. Okay, where there are so many counters. In first counter there is a person sitting here, and the job of this person is to, when customers come, okay, customers are coming for creating an account, let us say. Okay, when they come they will give you something, no? This person will give a form. Okay, new bank account form. They will give a form, and that form this customer has to fill. Okay, when this customer is filling this form they will fill all the details like what is their full name, what is their father name, mother name, address, phone number, email, all the details. Okay, they will give all the details, and then this form will be submitted to this person. Then what this person does, this person will take all the data from this particular document and feed it in their computer. Okay, and when they are processing this particular form, at that time they are also creating an account for this customer, right? This person will create an account for the customer, and then what they will do, they will create an account, and this account will be connected to this customer, right? So most probably that is what is happening inside a bank when we go for creating our own new bank account, right? Okay, so as per this process, the first step that we need is ask customer to fill form, right? That is the first step, and customer will fill the form. Okay, when customer fills the form, then that is the input, right? Take input from customer, right? Are you getting it? Customer will fill the form, and whatever customer form data is there, that data can be considered as input to the bank, right? We will take that input from customer, and after receiving that input from customer, then what bank clerk will do, bank clerk creates a bank account object. Okay, not object, imagine it as bank account basically. Okay, they will create a bank account. That bank account internally will contain all the details like what is account number, what is balance, what is the initial balance that customer wants to add, all the details, and behaviors like customer can deposit amount to their bank account, customer can withdraw from the bank account, and customer can check the balance, and customer can also change the bank account from one bank to another branch of the same bank, things like that. There will be so many operations that customer can do. All of that will be part of the bank account, right? Clear now? Then what clerk will also do, clerk will store customer data. That means imagine customer input data. Customer data will be stored. Okay, storing customer data plus assigning assign new bank account to this customer, to this new customer. Are you getting it? Yes, that will happen definitely. After collecting customer information, they will store that customer information somewhere, and along with that customer information they will assign this new bank account to that customer, so that now onwards, whenever this clerk tries to access this particular customer, they will get the attached bank account. Clear now? This process has to be done. That means at the time of storing customer data in the bank, we also have to store a new bank account data with the customer in the bank. For now, dealing with we are not dealing with this step, asking customer and taking the input from the customer. This part we are not doing. We are assuming that someone will supply that data to us. Okay, and we are just receiving it as a parameter. Yes, no, we are having a method called add customer. So that add customer is receiving a customer as a parameter. Okay, so that customer parameter will receive a customer object. That means that customer object will be having all the details like customer details as well as bank account details now. Okay, so this data we are assuming that we are somehow receiving it, customer data we are receiving. Okay, this bank account step has to be done by bank clerk, and because it is done by bank clerk, it is done inside the bank, not outside the bank, right? So it has to be one operation inside the bank class. Okay, it must be a bank class operation only. Okay, so in bank class we are already having that kind of a syntax, that kind of a code, a method that we have written before. And what was that? We have written a method called add customer, which takes customer, let us say C, as a parameter. Okay, now this C object will be receiving what kind of details? All the details that user has supplied. Okay, what user will supply? Their details that they have filled in the form, their personal details, their address, their contact details, all the details that we will receive to this customer object. Okay, but it will not have bank account details because customer does not know bank account details before account is created. Account is created by bank only, they cannot create themselves, right? Now, okay, so except bank account details, every other details will be received. Clear? Okay, now suppose that inside this method we have received all the data. Now in that the only missing data is account. So why not bank clerk? For bank clerk we give an option of creating a account object. Here we create new bank account object. Okay, with some details as per the constructor. Okay, because it is a new bank account object which is not related to customer, it is clerk's decision what is the account number. Okay, that is clerk's decision, right? So clerk will, usually what happens in real world, that account number will be auto generated with the help of a random number generation. For now we have not discussed that, so we will for now choose our own number, some static value. Okay, and we will choose that number as a account number. Okay, so we will give that account number here, then we will also supply balance or whatever parameters you are having in bank account constructor, those details you will supply. New bank account object is created. Now this one you have to assign to this customer's bank account, right? Now we know that customer is a separate object, separate class. Bank is a separate object, separate class. Okay, now this bank cannot access bank account number or account reference variable of customer because that is private there. In customer, account variable, account reference variable, field variable is private, so bank cannot access it, right? Now when we want to assign a new value to a field of a object, okay, and if that field is private, what is the other way of doing it?
Methods in public.
Yes, because it is encapsulation. We hide data using private, field data is hidden, and we access that data using public methods, right? And we are having two methods, one is getter, another one is setter. Okay, getter, we can get the value, but now it is not yet assigned. Account object is not assigned with any object. Account reference is not assigned with any object, right? We have to assign that object. We have to assign this account object to that account reference. Okay, so if we want to assign, if we want to save it, then we have to use setter method, right? So all we have to do is call c dot set account and supply this. That's it. Are you getting it? So we will supply this new bank account parameter to the setter method of account field of customer. When we do that, this new account object will be supplied to customer object, and in customer the account field will be assigned with new bank account object. And that way we are connecting this customer object with a new bank account object. Is this making sense? Right? Let us do that with a program and we will see.